Hi, and welcome along to the All Guns Blazing podcast with my man DT in the building. What's that?
Red flask.
That cup look. Can you got a cooler cup than that? I mean, I know it's red. I like the red on it, but
It's North London Derby week. It's all about the red.
it's all about the red, man. That cup looks a bit, I don't know.
Lovely.
Bloody hell. But anyway, listen, as you just said, North London Derby, that's what we're going to talk about today. Nothing else. The North London Derby. This is it. This is the big one.
Yep.
And you know what? It's shaping up to be a brilliant game. When you look at what's happened recently, a few weeks ago, you would have said to yourself, boy, this is not looking great,
Pride.
this game. You know what I mean? All we're going to do is play for a bit of pride. All of a sudden, with Spurs doing what they do very well,
Yep.
which is messing up, they've lost their last two games, beaten at Burnley, beaten at Chelsea, and now we go into the game that if we was to win that game, we draw Spurs back into everything because we will literally be 1 point behind them.
I know.
I mean, if ever there was an incentive, take the North London Derby bit out of it. If ever there was an incentive to beat Spurs, this is it. We could draw them back into it. Once we've beaten, well, I said beaten. Once we've played Spurs, and then we got Manchester United,
Yeah.
if we could come out of that positive, we've got a nice little run in. And Spurs, I was looking at their fixtures, they still got to go away to Manchester City. They still got to go away to Liverpool. So this is a big, big game for Arsenal.
I know.
However, let me just remind you of one thing. The last time we beat Spurs at either White Hart Lane or Wembley, just to say away from home, was in March 2014. Thomas Rosicky, we were there. That fantastic volley he scored, or half volley. That was the last time. I can't believe that stat. 5 years ago.
I know. It's been a long time, isn't it? It's about time.
That's an understatement.
It's about time we had a victory away from home. We get them at home.
We get them at home. We had the fantastic win over them last year, 4-2. Remember that, and when they came to us at that time, they were coming on a high, and we weren't. And that was a brilliant comeback by us, winning that game by 4-2. But what is it that we can't go to their place and win? Why is it?
I don't know. I think over recent years, they've got a bit better and we've got worse. Our mentality, too many weak-minded players, too many players that have crumbled. Last year, should have snatched a draw.
Lacazette in the last minute, yeah.
Yeah, I think if Lacazette gets a chance in the 94th minute this year, we'll be going in one place, and that's in the back of the net. It's a huge game, man. This game means... Do you know what?
I can see the nerves in your face.
You know what it is, right? I don't like Manchester United, right? Because there's a rivalry, yeah? I don't like Spurs because I'm a human being, right? I don't think fans all across the world like Spurs. Nobody likes them. The only people that like Spurs are the FA. So let's get on to that first of all. Harry Kane getting away with an attempted headbutt. Now, what makes it worse is that the FA have said the referee saw the incident, so there's no retrospective punishment. So you're basically saying that your referees are incompetent because he saw what we've all watched and he did not even see fit to give a yellow card. Just let it go on.
We know that as soon as you push your head into somebody, even if it's not done, like you're going to give them a proper headbutt, we know in the Premier League over the years, you're gone.
Exactly.
Which Arsenal player was it? It's an Arsenal player. I think it's last season. He just literally pushed up his head.
I can't
I don't know if
remember.
it's Granit Xhaka or one of them, and straight away.
You know
was
what?
off.
The thing is, if that was Granit Xhaka,
He'd have been gone.
he'd be deported. They'd be like, get him out of the country.
That's a bit far.
No, it was. And it's like, you look at it, I'm thinking, you imagine if that was Diego Costa, or Granit Xhaka. You imagine the headlines if that was Raheem Sterling. You know, local black youth assaults Spanish, exchange student with violent racist attack. That's what it'd be like. But no, it's Harry Kane, golden boy, England captain. Can't offend him. Not allowed. No. Do you remember? I think it was the FA used their official Twitter page over that whole Harry Kane phantom goal and stuff around that time. And I can't remember what the exact incident was, but the official FA page joined in the banter on Harry Kane. And within a couple of days, they had to delete the post and issue an apology because, it hurt his feelings. Poor old Harry. What a shame. Even I got reported, because of Harry Kane. And I'm not going to go, you know what I'm on about as well, yeah? You know full well what I'm on about, and this is genuine, right? And a lot of people might not know this, yeah? But in my vlog a few years ago, when Harry Kane scored, I called him something, right? And as far as I'm concerned, that word means he's an idiot. And Tottenham actually reported me to Arsenal for what I had called him. It wasn't racial or, anything like that. I just called him a name. And I was reported and I was given a slap on the wrist and told, don't call him that name ever again. Yet there's thousands of people singing that song about Harry Kane. You remember what one? Am I allowed to actually do it?
No.
No.
No. Don't do that.
Harry Kane.
No.
Oh, yeah, you know what one. But it's like, come on, man.
He always scores against us. That's the thing.
I know.
No matter what you want to say about him or whatever, he always scores against Arsenal. However, the return of Harry Kane recently to Tottenham has seen him lose 2 games. They were going along. They were on a great run.
I don't think
he's come back in. They've had to push Son into a different position, who's been the guy who's been on fire. And now all of a sudden the goals have dried up. So, it's funny enough, there's been a couple of Tottenham fans who've been arguing and saying that maybe he shouldn't be back in the team yet.
I don't think he's fit. I think they've rushed him back.
But having said that, he came back in the first game he scored.
But they lost.
They lost, but he scored. So you can't, I don't know. Listen, all I know is on Saturday he's going to be a threat. And as I said, I look at the stat. We haven't beaten them at their place since 2014. I can't work it out why.
Do you know what? There's one thing that I'm taking into this with a little bit of hope, which is that we've got bastards in our team now. Socrates, let him sit on Harry. Let him wind him up. Because I'll tell you what I've noticed over Spurs in the last couple of games. Because they've gone Spursy, shall we say, and lost their bottle, they've started losing their heads. Pochettino first.
Yep.
You look at the Chelsea game, it was very reminiscent to the Chelsea game that Spurs played where Leicester won the title and Spurs completely lost it. That was not the only incident involving Harry Kane and David Luiz. He was later booked in the game for an incident with David Luiz. Danny Rose was getting agitated and pissed off with Pedro because he was just trying to stand in front of him at a throw-in. And Pedro was just laughing in his face. Let's get in amongst them. Let's wind them up.
We haven't done that for a long time.
Wind
we
them
haven't
up.
gone there, and I haven't seen a real spiky game away from home. At home, we've got into them.
I want to see a fight. I
Well,
want to see a proper punch up. I want to see.
We know what players get sent off, though.
No. Just do it in a nice way. You remember at the end of the game at the Emirates when it all kicked off in the corner?
Yeah.
Like, it kicked off when Eric Dyer scored.
When he celebrated.
And then there was that one later on in the
but we don't
half.
do that away. That's what I'm saying.
No, we need to.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we've got those players.
I'm not saying a fight, but we need to be up for it. We need to be, really bullish in the way we play. Guys like you said, guys like Socrates. I think Granit Xhaka needs to come back in for that game. You know what I mean? We need those guys, and we need those. Yeah, I did say it. I think Granit Xhaka.
Did you hear this?
No, listen. I give credit where credit's due, and he's had a couple of good games.
What's the time?
I know
I need to just write this down.
Although he didn't play the other night, we won 5-1. But know,
here he goes.
But listen, credit where it's due. I thought he was excellent against Southampton. And I think this is the type of game for him.
Yeah.
Bring him and Torreira in that midfield. And,
I think they're our best two.
I think those two.
Do you know what? I see an interesting stat actually about Granit Xhaka. 18 times this season he's completed 90 minutes, 18 times. And we've only lost once out of those 18 games. We've got a win percentage of nearly 80%.
Wow. Well, he should play.
All right, isn't it?
What about, though?
Oh, you're just scooting over that one, yeah?
Huh? He should play. He should play.
No, he should. And
play.
Kolasinac, he's another.
Kolasinac was brilliant.
Torreira
brilliant
as well.
the other night. Torreira has to play.
No, I'm talking about that.
The spikiness.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a game for Guendouzi to start. As I said, I think those guys are the ones that I would like to see start.
Yeah.
Now, Ozil.
Yes.
Does he start? Because the thing is about this game, right, is that Aaron Ramsey always does well. He knows what it's like. He knows what a North London derby is all about. He does well in North London derbies. Do you play him or do you play Ozil? Because, again, it's going to be a game. We're away from home. It's going to be a game where there'll be long periods of the game where we won't have the ball. We're going to have to fight and work when we don't have the ball. We know Ozil can't tackle. We know Ozil's not the greatest at closing players down. We know Ramsey is. But then we've seen over the past few games, Ozil has picked it up, been creating a lot of chances, scored a goal as well. It's a real conundrum. Does he start in this game from the beginning? Does he start in the North London derby? Or is this the sort of game where you say, nah, man, no passengers at all in this game. We need 11 warriors on that pitch. Is he a warrior?
He starts.
Is he a warrior?
He starts. We can have...
Is he a warrior?
We can have...
Is he a warrior?
Listen to me. What I've seen in the last...
Is he a warrior? Answer that question.
Will you listen to me? I'm going to be exactly like you right now.
No, you're being like a politician right now. I just asked you 5 times.
Listen to me.
Is he a warrior?
Listen to me. We're not in the police station. You're not interrogating me. All right? I don't have my solicitor next to me. So it'll be no comment if you carry on.
Probation officer?
Yeah, that's it. Home leave. But what I'm trying to say is, right, over the last couple of games, I've seen a difference in Ozil. Now, you say he can't tackle. I remember the Bournemouth game in the first half. He was down near the corner flag, going in for tackles and winning the ball back. He was shutting men down. He was getting stuck in.
It's a bit different.
No.
On Fraser or something.
Let me explain something here, yeah? If Mesut Ozil has been, dealt with in a certain way by Unai Emery, and you've said this throughout loads of your interviews in recent weeks, has he managed it right? Maybe he has. And Ozil's now responding because he's like, I'm not going to play unless I do something about it.
He's responding. Going forward, we've seen in those past couple of games, going forward has been excellent. Providing chances, keeping the ball moving, keeping the team ticking. Brilliant. Never in question. Away from home. And Unai Emery said this before himself. There's certain games, he's great for those games, but away from home. Now, this is that type of game. Away from home, intense midfield. You're not going to get a lot of time or space. You're going to get closed down. And when you don't have the ball, you need to be closing down and you need to be stopping that very, very strong Tottenham midfield. You need to be helping out the right back and the left back when we lose the ball. Because if you leave them one-on-one with a guy like Son and people like that, they'll hurt us.
Son spends a lot of his time out wide, given the formation that they're playing. But what I'll say is,
you still got to help out. You've got to help out. Now,
the one
will
player,
Ozil do that?
The one player that Spurs have always had that does my nutting and always plays well against us is no longer there. And that's Dembele. Always plays well against us.
Yeah.
Turns into like a prime, unreal player. If Ozil plays, he will drag Harry Winks all across that pitch. I guarantee you now, he will lead him a merry dance.
You've still got guys like Sissoko and that have been playing really well this season.
As long as the Emery sets the team up right to accommodate Ozil, and I went through listen, he can create something out of nothing. In these kind of games...
I don't like that word accommodate.
listen, even some of the best teams have to accommodate for their best players, right? There's certain ways. The way he's playing right now, he's riding high. I'd use that. And at the end of the day, there's no hiding place for him. If he does not turn up against Spurs, there is no hiding place for you. No fan will leave, they won't let him get away with it. You won't be able to. I won't let him get away with it. I love the guy. But if he plays and he don't perform, I'm going to rip into it.
Listen, it's a vital game.
It's
right?
massive.
As I said right at the top of the show, if we win the game, we're 1 point.
I know.
1 point behind them,
I know.
right? If we lose the game, then they open that gap again.
I know. I trust him to do the right fit. And put it this way.
And I don't like, as I said, you've used the word accommodate, and this is what I'm saying. It's not a game for accommodating people. It's a game where we need 11 warriors,
What
right?
I'm saying,
Because it's
look,
a game where we're going into a battle there.
If
Spurs have not drawn a game this season. Spurs
get him a trophy.
but they haven't, have they? They've either won or they've
lost
right?
more games than us.
Exactly, they have. Now, you've got to go there. I think we're going to have to go there. We're going to have to be brave. We have to play it
Play on the front foot.
Play on the front foot. But there are going to be periods of that game where we're going to be under a lot of pressure. Even remember, when Man United went there and they won, in the second half, they got put under severe pressure. I mean, to be fair, De Gea really kept them in that game, but they got put under severe pressure. This is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. This is where, as well as us being on the front foot and trying to score goals, what about when that pressure comes? Can we trust Mesut Ozil to help out the rest of the team, to double up when a player like Son or Eriksen's attacking us?
Well, what I'll say to you...
To try and double up to stop a Sissoko trying to burst through from the midfield.
What I'm saying...
It's the only thing... Listen, I agree with you. Attacking-wise, brilliant. And I would definitely have him in. But then when I think about it, and I start to think about those problems, then I start to think maybe Ramsey might be a better bet, because we know what we're going to get from him when it comes to work and commitment, and he can score a goal as well.
This is the thing. You get that side, but you lack the creativity that Ozil brings with Ramsey. So it's a...
But we've got to keep the game tight.
But at the same time, we need to create.
We're away from home.
You look at the Southampton game, and Ramsey didn't create nothing in Ozil's role. Nothing. That's the reason why he was substituted.
He didn't?
Because he wasn't holding up the ball. He wasn't... Southampton were getting a foothold in the game. So Emery changed things round. Excuse me. And
remember, he's just coming back from injury as well.
What I'm saying is that, well, if he's only coming back from injury and that's his only game,
in that
why
game,
are you going to throw him back into this one? Because he didn't play the other night.
Game Southampton, he'd only just come back.
Yeah, but he didn't play the other night. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's a huge game.
I don't know.
Look, at the end of the day, the way I say it, Robbie, is that if he starts, then it's very clear that Unai Emery trusts him to do the job that he sets him out to do. He's obviously doing something in training that makes Unai Emery say, yeah, I'm going to trust you. If he doesn't start on Saturday, then obviously Unai doesn't trust him to do the job that he requires. So what we've got to do is see what the starting lineup is. And if Ozil start him, based on what's happened throughout the course of this season, you've got to say that Ozil's obviously doing something in training to make Unai Emery say, I trust you.
Okay.
And then it's down to Ozil to back the manager's trust with a performance that we can all go, yeah, that's what I like to see.
All right.
Fair play.
So you start him?
Yes. What would be your starting 11? Because I've done my one. And mine...
Well, before we get to that, I'm just looking at a couple of positions. Right back.
Lichtsteiner.
I
don't care if Cole Jenkinson
had a decent enough game the other night.
He had a decent enough game, and I'm not buying into all this whole, like, he had pictures on his wall and everything. I had pictures on my wall. I don't play right back. I don't get 60 grand a week. But at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, but it's nice to know that a guy's like...
It is nice,
Isn't it nice to know that a guy's actually cares about the team?
Fair play, and it's all wonderful and great.
Yeah, but then don't belittle it. But you're belittling it.
No,
I'm thinking, like
we're playing Tottenham. I'm thinking about the team first, right? There were moments in that game, and I was watching it in the second half, where Mkhitaryan or Ozil had the ball, and they were looking to slip the ball in to the channel for the right back that overlaps like Bellerin does. and Jenkinson just his brain isn't up to that. You know what I mean? And that's not.
Maybe he's
that's
been a
not,
bit cautious.
No, it's not cautious. It's just the way that's his style of play. He's different to Hector Bellerin, where Hector will break that line and go and, make the run for Ozil or whatever to put the balls in. Like when Bellerin made them cutbacks, the goals we scored against Leicester and the overlaps. Why do you think Bellerin's got so many assists this season before he got injured? Because he really pushes to the byline. And I just feel that you need to push Spurs' fullbacks further. And what I will look at is that the 2 games before the other night, Lichtsteiner looked more of the Lichtsteiner that I remember from Juve and from Switzerland. And the last time Lichtsteiner played against Spurs was last season, and he actually helped change the game.
That worked for us.
No one, I know it was, but what I'm saying is he handled the Spurs wing-back threat. He pushed them the other way. So he knows how to play it.
Behind him.
No, but what I'm saying is he did his job. So if someone in centre-back doesn't do their job but Lichtsteiner's doing his, that's not his fault.
All right. So Lichtsteiner.
I would start him.
Up front, do you start with Aubameyang and Lacazette?
No.
Who do you start with then?
Lacazette.
And you leave out Aubameyang?
Yes, and that was absolutely heart-wrenching for me. I love the guy, and I just...
All right, give me a starting 11.
Right, my starting 11 is Leno in goal, Lichtsteiner, Koscielny, Socrates, Kolasinac, flat 4.
Kolasinac, a left back.
Yes, just like he was at Southampton. You'll know why in a moment.
All right.
2 that sit in front of the 4 is Torreira and Granit Xhaka.
Okay.
And then we have 3 that sit in front of that 2. Mkhitaryan on the right, Ozil in the middle, Iwobi on the left, Lacazette up front. I think that
I like that team. The only thing that worries me, and again, the only 2 things, as I said, where I'm thinking, would I change? Would it be Monreal instead of Kolasinac? Kolasinac are brilliant going forward, absolutely brilliant. Defending. Up against Son and those guys,
but I tell you something,
are worried, and then I think about again, as I said, that Ozil thing. That midfield's going to need protection, but then I don't know. I get a bit worried about Ozil, but I think I would just about start with him, because I suppose you could say there'd be so much pressure on him to do well. If he doesn't rise to this, then he can't turn around and say anything. I mean. The manager will be vindicated and say, well, hold on, that's why I don't play in these games away from home. So, yeah, I kind of like that team. I like that team. I think I agree with you. I wouldn't start with Lacazette and Aubameyang. And one of the reasons being is that I think you need something in reserve on the bench. And Aubameyang could come on later on and stretch a Tottenham defence. Aubameyang can come on later on if we're losing, to try and get us a goal. You know what I mean? I don't mind that team.
What I think's going to happen is we're going to be winning 2-1. Aubameyang's going to come on. He's going to get the 3rd goal to seal the victory. He's then going to pull out the Spider-Man mask and he's going to celebrate in the middle of Wembley with the Spider-Man mask on.
I'd love to see that.
I'd love to see that. Absolutely buzzing. The only times he's pulled it out for Dortmund was, I believe he done it against Bayern Munich in a game. I think it was a Batman one, and also the derby. He's only brought it out in the big games. And I said it, I asked him to bring it out before we played Spurs at the Emirates. And he scored twice in that game, but both goals were the wrong time. Penalty in the first 5 minutes, you're not going to pull out a mask with 85 more minutes to go. You could look like an idiot. The second goal was an equaliser. Wrong time as well. I feel that if he would have scored Lacazette or Torreira's goal, mask would have come out.
Do you know this is another big test for?
Go on.
Unai Emery. Because Unai Emery has still not beaten one of those big teams away from home. He hasn't beaten Man United, where he got a draw there. But he didn't beat Man United, didn't beat City, Didn't beat Chelsea. Did all right against Chelsea. The game came very quick, but we didn't beat them. Didn't beat Liverpool. God knows we didn't beat Liverpool. Hammered. So his record against those big boys away from home is similar at the moment to Wenger's. It would be a real turning point for Unai Emery, as well as being a turning point for us for the rest of the season, if he could go there and win that game.
Mastermind something.
It would be huge.
Against the greatest manager in the world. Never won a thing. You know, but
it'd be huge, wouldn't it?
It could define our season. It
could be define him as well. Because even
could.
Unai Emery, I've noticed with Unai Emery, he's still not getting much ratings off of, you know, you listen to
I know what you're saying.
pundits talking, you listen to experts talking, they're not really talking him up at all. They're not really saying much about Emery. They're not even really saying that he's improved the team much.
Robbie, we're 11 points better off than we were this time last year.
But you still hear pundits saying, has it got any much better?
When was
I've been interviewed by radio stations and that, and they all ask me, is it any better, Robbie, than it was last year? Which it is. But that's what I'm saying. So as far as they're concerned, they still look on it and go, he still ain't beating none of them big boys away from home. He still ain't, you know, away from home. They still can be doing.
Do you know what?
The defence is still a little bit dodgy.
I honestly don't care about what they say. They're
they're
not fans. They don't go week in, week out.
I know,
they
but
don't
this
see what
could be a game that could be a real turning point.
It could be. It could be a massive turning point. It could be a massive turning point.
Big for him.
Big for him. The team, the club, everyone.
Big for Unai Emery.
Our next 4 games can define our season because, you know, let's look at worst case scenario. We lose to Spurs, we lose to Manchester United, and we get knocked out against Rennes. We've then lost one avenue already to the Champions League in the Europa. And all of a sudden, we're sitting in 6th place and we're miles behind 4th. Best case scenario is we beat Spurs, beat Man United, go through against Rennes, and we've then got 3 weekends off where we can put our feet up. You're going to fly us out to Dubai. And we're going to go to Robbie's Island and we're all going to go and have some fun. You know what I mean?
Listen, as I said, for Emery,
it's massive.
It's huge.
It is.
He needs to go and beat one of his big teams away from home.
He needs to. And there's no better team to beat than
No
this.
better team to beat as far as the Arsenal manager is concerned than to Spurs. You know, you go and beat Spurs, turn them over. I mean, the credit he'll get in the bank from Arsenal fans. That's when a lot of Arsenal fans will believe. They won't be looking at stats. They'll be like, hey.
Hold on.
Hey.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't. You know? Proof is in the pudding. And you've got to go out there and put a performance in. You have to go and put a performance in. Huge game. There is no bigger in the calendar.
Are you confident?
Yeah, I am.
No, you truly confident?
No, I am truly confident.
Based off of what?
Based on the way we're playing at the moment, there looks to be a little something. We're just hitting a bit of form at the right time.
Yeah, but
I know. Look,
it's a good games we would expected to win. Southampton at home, we always beat them at home.
Listen,
Bournemouth, we always beat them at home. Batted Borisov at home.
If there's one thing that I'll say, is that in recent weeks we've been playing those sides we're supposed to beat, and even if we've won, we have not looked convincing. Huddersfield,
last away game, batted Borisov away.
Yep.
Horrible.
Pitch.
Huh? It weren't just the pitch. We both played on. Yeah, but
I'm pulling a tie. Sorry, it was the pitch.
Pitch. They played on the same pitch. They hadn't even played a game since December.
Yeah.
And we had a very strong team out there. And we lost 1-0.
I know. But let's not dwell on that. Let's dwell on right now.
I'm not dwelling on it, but I'm just saying, what are you basing your extreme confidence on? I know Spurs have lost their last 2.
10 goals in our last 3 games and Mesut Ozil's flying right now.
Are you basing it off of Ozil?
No, I'm just saying. Granit Xhaka back in there, had a nice little break.
He's got all his boys back in.
Listen, my boys. My boys, don't disrespect my boys, man.
Well, listen, and again, both of them need to turn up.
Yeah, of course they do.
Both of them need to turn up. Both very expensive players. Both need to turn up. Both need to prove their worth as well. Could be turning points for both of them too.
I know. Well, Granit Xhaka's been good this season. I'm sorry, but he has.
Yeah, he has. In these type of games, I want to see him boss one of these games.
But you got to think about the game against Liverpool, for example, at home when he was in there. Never had an issue.
Played okay.
But what do you mean played okay?
He played okay. I want to see him.
He even had to go left back against Mo Salah. Yeah. And do you remember he made that last-ditch tackle on him?
He played well.
Don't even.
But I want to see him boss up a game. Boss.
Yeah, he did. Do you remember Chelsea at home?
Did he boss that? Played all right.
Do you remember
Boss?
Yeah, boss, like Hugo.
Played well.
And then you got to think of, like I said to you, him and Torreira were striking up a brilliant partnership together until it ended up all breaking up. And I still go back to this point. When Xhaka was suspended against Manchester United away, everyone was moaning. Oh, it was going to be such a miss. Then he started having to go centre-back, left-back. And then his confidence got shot a little bit because he was getting exposed in those positions.
Played well against Southampton, even though in that game against Southampton, I don't know if you noticed, again, he'd done one of those mistakes where he just passed the ball inexplicably to a Southampton player, right, where they then charged through on goal, right? I think it was, Ward-Prowse, one of them, had a shot, which I think hit the bar or something like that. So, again, he keeps making those little mistakes.
Guendouzi.
And when you're playing against those top teams like Spurs, you cannot. If you gave that ball away to Eriksen, we'd be a goal down.
Guendouzi
the other night getting caught in possession.
That's what I'm saying.
So we're not going to be, so.
But you notice, if that was Granit Xhaka that did that against Bournemouth, again, deport him. That's it.
No, chill out, man. Chill out. Guendouzi's a 20-year-old kid.
I don't care. You don't make them kind of mistakes on the edge of the box.
He doesn't do that in practically every game.
Let me explain something.
Right, and I'm saying to you, Granit Xhaka, nearly every game this season he's had one of those.
Listen, Guendouzi, that has been waiting to happen for quite a while with him, where he's got caught. He plays like that. He plays like that. And I know he plays like that, but what I'm saying is he's been very lucky to not get caught out before the other day. That's the first time that's happened to him this season. But what I'll say with Xhaka is that he's not letting it affect him. And I know, as well as anyone, you've got to cut that out. Cut that out of your game. If you cut that out of your game,
you do that against Spurs.
Absolutely fine.
Pass that to Eriksen, pass that to Kane. I'm not crucifying him. I'm just saying,
let's just...
Everybody's got to be on job. And as I said, these are the things that I'm just thinking of because it's going to be a game. It's going to be large periods. We don't have the ball. So defending, the only way we're going to win that game, we've got to defend well.
Play on the front foot. Every team that
score more than they score.
Every team that I've watched, I'm looking at a team that played on the front foot. That I know they lost the game, yeah. But listen, did you?
Well, then there's no point in talking about it, is it?
Well, no.
We want to win the game.
Well, no, because you need to have a bit of an understanding. Did you watch the game when they played Leicester?
Yeah.
Leicester missed the penalty as well.
Yep.
Vardy actually never started the game. They caused them so many problems.
But I don't think they're going to play like that.
I'm saying is that Spurs, for the last few weeks, it's not just been the last two games. Apart from the Dortmund game, I would say, where they looked really good, as much as it pains me to say it, they've been scraping through for a month or so now.
True.
There was 3 games in a row where I think they scored like winning goals in like the 90th minute.
Lucky against, very fortunate against Watford. Got a
was it
late
Burnley at
game.
home as well?
Fulham away as well. Yeah, I mean, last second winner.
Well, when
Harry
Fulham
Winks.
were 1-0 up, Mitrovic scored to make it 2-0 and it was given offside.
Yeah.
So
very fortunate in some of those games. They can be a bit fragile.
So what I'm saying is play on the front foot. Use our attacking threat. If you're a Tottenham player right now, I don't know whether Vertonghen's going to be back for the game. He seems like he's their best player at the moment.
He's their best defender,
and it's completely switched around from Alderweireld and whatnot. But if you're Alderweireld or Sanchez or any one of these defenders, are you confident and happy thinking to yourself, Lacazette, Aubameyang?
No, they'll be worried about those guys. They'll be worried about those guys.
So let's use our strengths.
Yeah, but as I said,
about them.
I'm just a bit worried, because defensively as well, the only way you're going to go and beat those type of teams away from home, and this is the reason why we haven't over the years, is because you've got to defend right. Because they score goals too. They have good attacks as well. And if you don't defend right against Harry Kane, against Eriksen, against Son, they punish you. You make one stupid mistake against them, they're going to put it over the bar. They're going to put it in the back of the net. So this is where we have to be strong defensively. I think, yes, on the front foot, but first and foremost, let's defend properly. Let's defend right. Let's have that real drive and spirit in the midfield. And then I think if we can do that and be resolute for long periods of that game, then we can start getting the ball through to the heavy hitters up the front and hurt them. But we've got to defend properly. And
we have to.
This is the only reason, as I said, a little bit of doubt on the Ozil thing. I think I probably would start him just about, but it does worry me slightly, him in that team away from home against Spurs, because
I'm looking forward to it.
As Emery said, is it the type of game for him? I'm looking forward to it.
What worries you more? Mesut Ozil starting or the walk to the stadium?
Mesut Ozil starting because, to be fair, at Wembley, it seems to be a lot safer than it was. Yeah, you know, I mean, if you're sensible about it, it's safer than White Hart Lane. You just got, you know what I mean? It's just one way in, one way out, man. You know what I mean? Wembley, a few little, you know what I mean? I used to work around that place, man. I know them little ends and...
Robbie ain't having it. Robbie's
I can make a little manoeuvre, something, you know what I mean?
Look,
I know Wembley, man. I know Wembley good.
As soon as you start turning yard, all of a sudden...
I know Wembley, man. I know Wembley, so little ends and maybe make a couple of calls, couple of youth and bring them down.
As soon as he starts meeting, he starts turning yard and he's like, oh, blood clot, man.
You know what I mean, man? We know Wembley, you know what I mean? I can't make a move, I can't manoeuvre.
See this guy.
Well, White Hart Lane now, you come out there, you got that pub on the corner and that. Nah,
you can't go nowhere.
That's
and
worrying.
you're like a walking target.
I am a walking target. I think I might just wear my colours, man. Yeah, boy,
Are you mad?
Listen, they all know I am anyway.
So you're just going to wear your colours?
Represent, man. What's the point?
Not even Ty wears colours.
Listen, what's the point in going down there?
You know what?
What's the point in me going down there like, you know what I mean? I ain't going to get away. They know who I am. And
it is quite funny, yeah, because for all of you that have never actually seen this,
I just
Ty,
say walking with him.
Yeah, just don't walk in with me. But with Ty, yeah, you all see what Ty wears. He wears that long Arsene Wenger type jacket, the Arsenal headphones, the Arsenal hat. He basically replaces that with just navy blue. So he wears a navy blue or black. No, black. I'm thinking of his hat. He's got the O2 hat.
He turns that inside out.
And then he has like a black, long Arsene Wenger. So it's basically just a watered-down version.
Hey, listen, man. You're informing on the guy right now.
Everyone's seen him.
Stop snitching, man. You know what I mean?
Get out of it, man, about snitching.
You're giving away the man's disguise when he goes...
Disguise? Are you actually... Ty walks out, he looks no different. And the best thing is with Ty, right? I've seen Ty standing at the entrance of White Hart Lane, yeah? And people are standing there saying, listen, you're not going out yet. Do not go outside because they're going to go for you. They know who you are. And Ty's like, nah, fuck all of them. I'm going outside. They ain't fucking stopping me. You know what he's like? He'll walk down the middle of Tottenham High Road shouting, invincible, 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 49 times. And then he's at Seven Sisters train station. But it's like, listen, man, the walk's emotional, man. The walk's mad.
And the thing is about Ty, is you'll see him in the game, he's got all these colours on. So I remember I said to him that time, I see him at a game one time at White Hart Lane, I said, Ty, you walked through all of those Tottenham fans with all your colours. I go, wow, man. I go, yeah, you're brave, man. Respect. He goes, no, I got changed when I got inside there. He goes, I had everything black, and I had all my colours in my bag. So he has it in his little bag, and then when he gets in now, he changes all over and puts it on. And before he leaves now, he changes back.
And that's a man that wraps up warm. Have you seen that guy? Over 20 degrees, and the guy is wearing so many clothes. He reminds me of one of the guys from Cool Runnings when they first go to the Olympics.
To be fair, like last year when I went to Wembley, there was no trouble. Well, I didn't get no.
Oh, there was loads of trouble, man.
I didn't, you know.
Did you walk across Wembley Way?
No, I didn't walk
Yeah,
across
that's
Wembley
why
way.
you didn't see no trouble.
I walked up another way where I sort of came in.
What, a little road where no one else was on? Yeah.
No, listen, when I left the ground after the game, I was on my own. Right? And I walked through pure Tottenham fans, and they were stopping me, some of them, and, they'd won the game, innit? So they were giving it and stuff like that.
Well, do you reckon they'd be stopping and talking to you if they just lost the game?
I don't know, man, you know what I mean? But all I know, right, is that, it wasn't the same as the year before.
Oh, it's that prick from Arsenal Fan TV.
Yeah, no, that was what it was like the year before. But listen,
just don't go Wembley way.
Hopefully,
just don't go Wembley way.
Yeah,
that is where it kicked off last year, big time, on Wembley way. And you know what the issue is, right? At the end of the day, right, there's no getting around it. Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and try and skate over it. I probably am the instigator to my own downfall at times, because as far as I'm concerned, they're all a bunch of pricks. And,
Here he goes.
I make myself a target. But at the end of the day, what I feel about Tottenham fans feel about Arsenal.
Of course.
Let's not mince this up,
That's why we
right?
love it. It's a derby.
Now,
then.
I've got best mates that are Spurs fans.
Me too.
I've got one of my mates whose son goes to the same school as one of my sons. Throughout the week, we see each other in the school, dropping our kids off. How you doing? Chat, blah, blah, blah. Texting each other, WhatsApp, everything else. He's actually a part of DTFC as well, right?
You got Spurs man him in your team now.
Listen.
You heard that?
Hey, listen.
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 So you got Spurs players in your team?
Who said he was a player?
No, you got Spurs man in your team.
So? You had a Man United player in AFTV.
That's different. You got a Spurs.
Oh, it's different now, is it?
You got a Spurs man in your team. That's what you're telling
Listen,
me.
we're going to beat you, you know.
Represent my fucking self.
Yeah, I do represent myself. Remember that. I represent
Spurs
my
man in your
self.
team.
It's one of my closest boys, man.
Oh, your boys?
Yeah, he's one of my
Spurs boys.
He's one of my closest mates.
Oh, it's your boy now.
So?
A Spurs
It's not his fault he was brought up wrong. I tell him that straight as well. I always told him that he was wrongly treated as a child. He should have reported his parents to social services. Do you know what I mean? Cruelty to children, making them support that shit. Do you know what I mean? But literally 24 hours before the game is when all communication between me and him locks off. We don't say a word to each other until full time. And whoever's won just destroys the other one. And then you can see the little blue tick on WhatsApp where they've read it. And then you're like that. If it's me on the receiving end, I'm like, fucking wanker, and throw the phone down. Or like when we beat him at the Emirates, I just bombarded him.
We beat him at the Emirates, man.
And he just ignored me.
That was a beautiful thing, man.
He even got his sister, for the first few days of the following week at school, he got his sister to take his son into school so he didn't bump into me. And it took him over a week before he actually
my next door neighbours are my next at Watford. My next door neighbour's a Tottenham fan. Tottenham season ticket holder as well.
Do you have barbecues together?
No, we don't have barbecues.
You invite him round for your barbecue.
This is
play some Crucial Robbie on the radio.
Don't get me wrong, he's a cool guy. He's a nice guy.
Tottenham fan, nice
he wouldn't
guy.
be in my football team though. He wouldn't be in my football team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I represent myself.
Yeah.
And remember, my team.
Tottenham represent you by the looks
And
of it.
listen, no.
Represented by Tottenham fans.
Shut up. Don't even try and
So
pull
the
that
revelation has come out.
No, there ain't no revelation, man.
DTFC, a team full of Tottenham players.
Get out of it, man.
Yeah?
Get out of it, you fool.
What's your kit going to be? White and blue?
You ain't going to reveal. I'm going to reveal what my kit is.
It's white though, isn't it?
You're going to find out.
You got white top?
No.
You wearing white?
There's no white in it at all.
Is your away kit white?
No. There's no white in my kit at all. Do you know the funny thing, was that Ross turned round, right? Because the sponsors went and done some designs up for the kit, and they sent one through, and I went, send that back.
Was it white?
Because it had white in it. And I said, no. And I went, I've told you what the remit is. That's what I want. I'm not giving it away yet. You'll see what my kit looks like when we're flying past all your players. You're going to find out very soon.
With the Tottenham guy.
Sack me, Sack me.
He'll probably
You're going to find out very soon.
Is he the captain of your team?
Biggest mistake of your life. Sacking me.
Is he the captain?
We'll see. I can't wait to play AFTV.
Tottenham guy's the captain of your team.
No, who said that? He ain't even a player.
You just said you will see.
I said you'll see about what we're going to do to you.
No, I'm asking you about the Tottenham player on your team.
He's not playing. And no, he's not captain.
Oh, he's not playing. Make your mind up, man. You said you got a Tottenham...
He's part of my team. Yeah.
And what's he do? He's an assistant manager?
Don't you worry.
Assistant manager?
Don't you worry about
No,
my
I want to
team.
get to the bottom of this, man.
You can get to the bottom of it.
Is it,
and you know what?
What is his involvement in your team?
What you need to remember
What is his involvement?
When you hold corn on that day, yeah, and you get slapped out properly by my team, yeah, you're going to have to sit there and go, damn, there was Tottenham man in there, you know?
I can't believe you got Tottenham man in your team. What's the T in it? DT, is that T for Tottenham? How can you... Nah, man.
What are you saying? You're actually... Wait, hold on a minute.
We're coming out here to kick
no,
you off the park as well.
Yeah? You lot...
Trust me.
Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? You're actually AFTV. You actually represent Arsenal. But yet, are everyone that plays in your team Arsenal fans?
Not every single one, but there's no Tottenham fans in there. None. There is no Tottenham fans in there.
There you go then.
There's no Tottenham fans in our team.
No, listen, we'll see.
A Tottenham...
Just make sure that you got your team ready.
You see our team, right? It's a bit like, you know, like Atletico Bilbao.
No.
And those teams like in Spain where you got to be from the Basque region to come in the team. Our team's a bit like that, right? You cannot be a Tottenham fan and be in our team. Can't.
Because you're Arsenal.
That's the one rule we've got. The one rule.
I have.
Are you not Arsenal?
I have.
You're not Arsenal.
Mine's basically like...
No, you just said you're not Arsenal.
You know what mine is?
What are you?
Do you know... DTFC.
Did you represent yourself?
Multicultural. I'm like the United Colours of Benetton.
Yeah, I know. Tottenham.
We've got every man in there.
Chelsea.
We've got
man.
Every life matters. Sorry, mate. And you're going to find out. You're going to find out very, very, very soon.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
You shouldn't have bought that red cup. You should have bought a white one.
Yeah? Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh. You'll see. You'll see. You need to go and sort your pitch out as well while you're at it.
Don't worry about our pitch, man.
Oh, yeah. Played on your little sports ground. I've got a stadium, bruv.
Was the one at White Hart Lane?
Oh, mine was built quicker.
You're probably homeless like them as well.
Nah, mate.
What are you playing at Wembley?
You're not telling me. I'm not telling you. You can come down when you see the facilities.
What are you playing at Wembley, innit?
Mm-mm.
Huh? Where are you playing then?
I'm not telling you.
It's all getting revealed, you know?
It will be. You can.
It's all getting revealed.
Put it this way. I've got a proper stadium.
It's at Wembley.
I'm not telling you. You're going to find out very soon. You have no idea what I've been doing behind the scenes. I'm coming for your team.
Listen, man.
There's a few of your players as well.
Do whatever you want to do beyond the scenes.
There's a few of your players that are going to get a backlash for running their mouth. I've seen all the outtakes. I've seen all the aftermath and all that. We'll see. Let's see how many balls.
Well, they were right.
Let's see how many balls Kieran's picking out of the net, yeah? If he actually plays.
Are you upset about Kieran, what you said?
Upset? He was the worst player in the team.
Huh? What are you worried about Kieran for then?
I'm just saying, how many balls is he going to pick out of the net? Don't get offended, all right? I'll take
I like
pity
Kieran.
on you.
Kieran's an Arsenal supporter.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Who you have in goal? Hugo Lloris's son or something?
You're going to find out. You're going to find out who I've got, bruv. Don't you worry about see this guy. We just spent about 15 minutes rambling about it.
Listen, give me your predictions for the game on Saturday.
3-1.
3-1.
2-1 up.
You know, on my TV
with
show.
5 minutes to go.
I said 1-1.
On your TV show?
On the Channel 4 Real Football Fan Show. Comes out every Friday night. Make sure you check it out.
Look at him get the plug in. You notice where he gets that plug in, didn't he?
But I said 1-1. But
what?
I said a draw. However, I can see us winning it. But we've got to defend. I don't agree with you when you say just about, but all just go attack. That's Wenger talk. That's what we used to do. Just go out there, attack, let's go out there.
I'm saying play on the front foot.
We've got to go out there. We've got to defend very, very well in that game. That's got to be our best defensive performance of the season. If we do that, we can go there and get a result. But it's all on the defence. We defended terribly at Liverpool. We defended poorly at Manchester United. We defended poorly at Manchester City. Remember that? Let's defend right. In the first second, Iwobi gives away the ball in that thing. We're 1-0 down. We've got to go there. We've got to be concentrated and we've got to defend brilliantly. And then later on in the game, that chance will come. Get the ball up there to those guys, Lacazette. That chance will come and he will bury it. And I think it will be a slim margin. I could see a 2-1 or a 1-0, right? but it's all on.
I asked
It's
what your
all
score
on our
prediction
defensive
was.
performance.
Not for an essay.
I'm giving you the scenario of how we win.
We've just
I'm
been
giving you the
doing that
scenario
for
of
about
how we win.
half
So
hour.
I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay. Now, can
2,
I just...
I'm not 100% convinced because, as I said, I have to be honest, the defence worries
Now,
me.
can I just say something? And it's going off topic for a moment. And I need to bring this up. I really, really, really need to bring this up. And you're looking at me right now thinking, what is he up to?
Bring up what you want to bring up.
You know, next week we're playing Manchester United.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I want, don't you?
What?
In terms of a preview podcast.
What's that?
One-on-one debate.
With who?
Goldbridge.
Goldbridge?
Get him on there. Has he got
All
the
right.
balls to face me one-on-one?
All right, I'll try. I was speaking to him this morning, actually.
Oh, I bet that was cozy.
I'll try. I'll ask him.
Yeah?
Ask him if he'll be up for it.
That's fine.
I thought you didn't talk to him.
I don't need to talk to him. This is a
the
debate.
podcast. You're going to have to talk to him.
It's like the gloves are off. Listen.
All right.
Let's ask the people at home. I'm going to run the question this week, right? Do you want to see a one-on-one debate, me versus Goldbridge, before the Manchester United game next week? Put it in the comment section.
Okay, put that in the comment section. I'd love to see it. They have to get some security up in here, but I'd love to see it. I think that'd be brilliant. So let's and do you know the other thing I want to ask you about that game? Right now, Man United, Tottenham. I think I asked you this before, but I'm not sure.
About which one would you rather
Which one would you
win?
rather? You can only win one. Which one would you win?
Robbie, I said this at the time. It's got to be right. Tottenham, because I hate them the most. I'm sorry, but I'm just
when you asked when we was talking about it the other day, I said Man United
because they're the ones that
they're the ones that are, at the end of the
But now
day.
Tottenham are in our mix.
Yeah, I was saying at the end of the day, because of the top 4 situation, it would be better to beat United.
You were saying we ain't going to catch third, so it's no point.
But after what's gone on recently, it's definitely Tottenham now. We can be
Yeah.
a point behind them. I think if we beat them, if we beat Tottenham on Saturday at White Hart Lane, we will finish above them. That's my opinion.
That's a big shout.
That's a big shout, and I'm gonna. If we beat Tottenham and they lose 3 games back to back, they're gonna crumble.
You know,
we will finish above them.
Someone's saving this little clip right now. You know it as well, innit?
No, I said if. I've not said we're definitely gonna do it.
I'm saying
if we beat Tottenham, you can save that. If we beat Tottenham at Wembley, and we go 1 point behind them, we will finish above them. I've seen their running. They've still got to go to Liverpool. They've still got to go to the Etihad. I think we'd finish above them. So that's why, please, Arsenal, for the first time since March 2014, let's go there and get a result.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for watching the podcast. We're looking forward to it. Don't forget to subscribe to AFTV. The link's in the description. Don't forget you can download the podcast as well on all the usual formats. And remember, vote. We're going to put a poll up on this. Do you want to see DT, Mark Goldbridge go head-to-head, gloves off, debate? I'd like to see it. Do you want to see it? Vote. And then maybe we might be able to persuade Mark Goldbridge to get round the table.
You might get your 1 million subscribers.
I got nothing. Listen, I worry about 1 million subscribers, man. I'm just worried about how much security we'd have to get in here to keep you apart. Would you behave yourself?
Of course I would. Behave, will ya? I'll behave. I'm a good boy. I'm a changed man. I'm a nice guy.
All right. Well, let's see if we can make it happen. Mark Goldbridge.
I'll even shake his hand.
Good. That's a good start.
There you go.
Mark Goldbridge and the changed DT. He ain't changed, man.
Why are you saying that, man?
The
Let's
changed
get it on.
DT.
Let's get it on.
Let's see if we can get it on.